Hello, welcome to week one of the D9 project. This is after my performance lesson. I've lost track of days. I'm off today, but I'm in tomorrow. And it's Thursday. I can't be able to check the date. But so the plan for Monday, just gone, was to record the first song on the album, Shallow. I didn't do that because I felt like doing The Passenger, and obviously I joined the two versions together, the Iggy Pop and Johnny Marr one. So obviously the original is the, and then obviously which is A, F, C, G. Johnny Marr was, which is a C, a G sharp, D sharp, and an A sharp. I'm getting good at this. It's like the D8 project, but yeah. The solo, I made a pig's ear out of. There's no other way around it. But other than that, it did sound really good. I needed to put vocals on it. But I've been sat playing for everything I've got, trying to writing my plan, and on my laptop, which is down there. Let me turn that off. And I've decided to change my idea. I'm still sticking with an album. The colours Dream Big. Aim for the Prime Minister. You might end up shooting the Home Secretary, but yes, I've got my plan. Yes, I've got like 90% of the songs written, but I don't think I am at the point where I can do that properly, like that specific album, because that is something I've had that up my sleeve for years. Like thought of, like it's something that is going to need a lot of work. And quite frankly, we don't have the time in this project, and it is heavily relying on other people, like with the vocals wise, and because obviously I can't sing, and I'm thinking I just need to say sod it, strip it back to what I know best, and just do rock and roll. Obviously, I do it in my own way. I don't obviously mean like Chuck Berry and all them lot, but it's a thought that counts. So what I want to do, my mate, sound wise, rather than doing like a Johnny Marr meets Crystal Castles, it's pretty much going to sound like my take on the Second Coming by Stone Roses, because of like guitar. I mean, with the guitar tone, like just the way the guitar overdriven, distorted, and like sustained and all that, it's just absolutely spot on. And it's what I'm loving best at the minute. It's what I've always really done, because there's always like a hint of like an effect in there, like a flanger or phaser or something, and I always try and do that. So it's like, for an inspiration, that album is probably the best thing I can label it all down to. Obviously there's like 1,000 different inspirations that I've got, but that's like the main draw for me with this. And I've sat and I've just tried coming up with stuff. So I think I might knock it down to like an 8 track album and then throw a cover on, but I'm not sure what cover yet still. Obviously like in a different style. I won't say a different style, my style. But yeah, so I'm going to scrap that idea, and just to show you the ideas I have come up with, we've got obviously I'm going to try and make them flow a bit smoother. I think as well, yeah, I think as well I want to try and throw in the like a bit of a slower portion into that, like it's very jumpy, which is quite nice. Obviously I need to work out the BPM and get a drum track playing in the background for me to work out how to play the D, A, C and G. But yeah, so overall it's a riff with the C and the A to a D chord, The funky bit is a C and an A sharp. I think that's the same as. Does it Need You Tonight? In Excess. I've never listened to them. I've listened to the song, not the band. And then it's also the same as My Kind of Lover, I think. Like that. I think that's My Kind of Lover, Billy Squire, then. There we go. I'm definitely playing the chord wrong, right, the rhythm, but whatever. And obviously. Yeah, it's just a typical beat, but I didn't have them in mind when I come up with that. Obviously the rhythm. Yeah. The next one is one I quite like. This is definitely one I want to try and work on. I'm not entirely sure. It's more one where I've got an idea. I'm going to boot up the drum kit into Logic, and then I'm just going to go at it and see what happens. But it's based around the A sharp chord. But played on, obviously you've got A sharp, but play it on the low E string for that deeper sound. But literally just base it all around that, because as well, if you're playing it that way, and you can kind of hear it with this because this is a flange I've got on, but if you were to put like the right pedal on, or not tune it, sorry, like, no, I forgot the word, but if like, I reckon if you got if I distorted a what's the word, Jack White always uses fuzz pedal. If it's a fuzz pedal and I can get it to sound the right way, I can definitely get like a on the palm mutes there could definitely be like a sound flicking in the background, I reckon, and that could obviously be a big like effect on the song, like, of its own way. But it's just basic around that chord, like. That didn't sound good, but I have the bass like doing a little bit sometimes, and having the guitar doing some bits like that. It's very much going to be a feel song, but it's one I can very easily feel out. And this is what I mean about changing the idea from obviously what the plan was with the electronic album. With this sort of style, I can just do what I want, when I want, however I think best. Whereas otherwise I'm too like constrained, like I'm too, is constrained a word? Too restrained, I don't know, like I'm stuck in a box if I'm having to like, right, so I've written this, it needs to go like this, needs to go like this, needs to go like this, right, I need to record this. The plan is obviously, like, the plan is still going to be record a song each week, but I'm not going to set like what song each week. I think it will be that riff I do on Monday when I go back in, just because it's the easiest to go through with. But other than that, it would just be record a song each week, and I want to do 2 or 3 songs, and I'm just going to have Josh singing now rather than Lexi as well, just because his voice fits the vibe more. So do like 2 or 3 songs, get Josh in, do the vocals, do the mixing on them all, and then another 3 songs or whatever, bosh. Right, so do it in chunks rather than like wait until right at the end to do all the mixing and all that stuff. But yeah, so that's 2. What was the other one I had? Oh yeah, this one's called Youth. This is one that I've had up my sleeve for about a year as well, actually. Quite under a year, but still, I really like it. literally just that a few times, because that's a A, F sharp. Obviously, the thing that's so brilliant about it for me is obviously it's so simple, but that change you lift off, so it's the like you've got the rather than just, and that's like my favourite bit about it. It's just like a little bit of spice. But yeah, and then obviously the solo is literally just doing the octave. So, nice simple one, very easy. I had something else, but I can't remember. Ah, that was it. But yeah, so that's all based around, obviously the opening bit is E, G, A, and then obviously it moves to the B, and that's all E and G, obviously the octave. Chorus is an E, G, A, C, and then I did have a solo-ish, well I had the notes, I think it's, yeah, so. Without those being the main bass, the notes can't be asked to work them out, in all honesty. I can't remember if I had anything else. Was you bugging me? Yes, I did. G sharp. Bugger. And give up. Really hope it's a teacher I know marking this, so we can. But you get the gist, very bluesy. So. That might be it for now. I think so. That's like 4 or 5 songs. Obviously, I'm just showing you the basis, but again, that sort of vibe, where that me to be able to, like with me, be able, someone goes, "Oh, what type of songs are you playing?" Rock and roll. You didn't hear me swear for the purpose of marking, but yeah, I just feel a lot more free. I feel a lot happier and a lot more. I feel like, because it needs to sound good, it needs to sound put together. Like, I mean, for God's sake, what's the like? I Love Rock and Roll is literally. I can't be arsed with the riff. Like, and what's the Beastie Boys song? Sabotage. That is literally just one chord. Which sounds good, but it needs to sound decent. It needs to be more than just one chord. And I know it's all quite simple what I'm doing. But if you layer it enough, if you layer it the right way, if you engineer it the right way, if the sounds are right, simple can still be good without being as simple as one chord. And obviously I've got Josh singing on it, which will be incredible, as everyone knows Josh. But yeah, it's like, and with the actual changing of the plan, being able to go, so I'm going to record one song this week, one song, rather than going, I'm recording this song, I can just rock up with my guitar, go, what am I feeling, and work it out. I still need to work out the BPMs, tempos, and all that jazz with everything. I need to still write a bit more, but when I come in on Monday again, it's definitely there. That, I might call it Somewhere, is what I've been thinking, but that's the one I think I'm going to work with, just because it's the one that I feel most into at the minute. But yeah, that's week 1. Obviously week 2, we'll let you know. I am thinking as well, cover wise, I Want to Be Your Dog by the Stooges. Just I feel like that works quite well. There's obviously a nice bit of history, but we'll obviously see. But yeah, that is week 1. I completely changed my plan, but this one I will stick to.